fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post. Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Young on 3rd down. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Still going inside the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. It came through with a big-time pick 6.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion goal.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ready.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Shot, 17.
Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
3rd down, Young from the gun. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss at 7.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And just shutting him off there. Touchdown, Chicago! Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. Flush to his right. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Homer. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Again, it's Homer. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Fields flushed out right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Second down and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. Steps away. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of...
And he will score! Touchdown, Chicago! Tyler Scott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive to help themselves out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Young. Pressure, and he's taken down. The Bears sack. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jones on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10. They run it on first with Foreman. Bust through the tackle. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Again, it's Foreman. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd down and 8. Fields now to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that's going to be caught. How about that one? They fake the spike. And it winds up a touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Drop behind the line on a nice play by Deion Jones. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll buy some time right. He can't get him down. Give him 9 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put. Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works. And they score. Justin Fields taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much. Guys, in this situation, if they decide to take a shot. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
That throw by Young incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Come on, set.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check pink. Switch yellow.
This time they stay on the ground. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Down. Set.
It's Young on first down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First and 10, Young. Again, that's Hurst. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Young. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we come upon halftime here at past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be second down.
Second and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Now Young. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Right back to Sanders on first down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
It's a second down run with Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And Young's throw there incomplete. And the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go and try and get some bigger points on the board.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this
gets through, and now an opening. There he goes, left side. Now look out to the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Deontay Foreman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears just continue to roll. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. These strikes that we're seeing.
Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. Steps away to his left. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This offense returns to the field. And the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot. A good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready?
Young. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Derek Brown, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Being chased out left. And he is in. Touchdown. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Panthers 10.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Come on, set.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready.
Young to throw it. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's on his way. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Deontay Foreman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Young now. That's once again complete to Chark. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Young. Shark's got it, left side. will get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go now.
First down.
Black block. Smith, red. Ready.
A play fake. Now Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Now, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's going, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Deontay Foreman, 68 yards. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw...
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation... Somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No. Okay.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Young. Open man is Mingo, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Young now from the 50. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. Down to the 10, and all the way down to the 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Two big plays. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback, and when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Velus Jones now. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline?
No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be caught. And he will get out of bounds and pick up the first down. So they catch the defense napping, and the fake spike works to move the chains. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. D.J. Johnson in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Forced out to his left. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was.
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Going on the ground with Homer. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.